So I kind of wanted to just come out with what I've been going through. I swear this video is so hard for me to do, and I don't even know if I'm sure if I'm gonna post this or not, but I thought I would share this because I have a strong feeling that this will help a lot of people, women out there, as painful as it is for me to say on here, especially with social media. But I just want to share this because my role on here that I want to do is inspire and motivate people. I'm not here to get paid. I'm not here to gain followers. I'm here to inspire and motivate people to be their best selves in this life, because there's not a lot of people like that in this world that are genuinely like that and that genuinely care about other people. This month has been the hardest month of my entire life. It is currently January, I don't even know. And I've been dealing with this for about a couple weeks now, maybe a month. Everything in my life has been so chaotic. Down to losing my job, down to, you know, trying to move out of my apartment because, you know, of certain circumstances, and we couldn't do it, and we had a lot of issues. I found out that this month, earlier this month, I have suffered from a loss, and when I say loss, I lost my baby. So I went through a miscarriage recently, and I have got to say, this has got to be the hardest thing I ever had to deal with in my entire life. And you know, I had to, you know, not a lot of people knew that I was pregnant at the time. A lot of people on here have, you know, you know, suspected it, have messaged me asking me if I'm pregnant because of my boobs. They're really big. It's something I've been trying, me and Doug have been trying to just enjoy. You know, when we did find out, this is my first child. For me, I yearn and I dream of being a mom. And I think that's maybe most women's dreams, and when they reach their 30s, you know, you want to settle down, you want kids, you want to spread your legacy. And I don't know, it was really hard for me, mostly because I had to sit around and act like everything's okay when everything wasn't, you know. I have got to say that a miscarriage, especially if it's your first child, you don't want to hear that, you know. It's like the last thing you want in your life. And I've been trying to just put on a happy face and act like everything's okay with people when I'm not. You guys, I'm really, I'm a little better now. I mean, don't think that this is not better. I'm but just talking about it really breaks me down. But I think talking about it is so important, because when you go through something like this, when you create that bond that you had, especially as a woman, like women, if you're a mother right now, you understand what I'm talking about. When you experience it inside of you, you create a bond right when you find out you're pregnant, and it's growing, you're keeping up with, you know, how it's growing. And I've been doing that. I've had the app, I research all these things I need to eat and what I need to do. And you know, there's a lot of instances where I wanted to go to the doctor to make sure everything's okay when I found out, but I couldn't because I didn't have health care. You know, I quit my job and I lost health care, so I was out of health care for a while. So there's a lot of instances with that, and everything was just coming down on me. And I was like, I'm pregnant, I don't have a job right now, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. You know, and the only thing that helped me through this right now, and still helping me, is the Lord Jesus Christ. I do have my husband. He was my rock through this whole process, and still is. you know, I had my family and my friends, but I really needed to think about my life and where I am in my life with God. And it was off balance. Physically, mentally, yeah, I may look tough, I may look like a badass, and I am. However, I'm not strong spiritually. And when you're off balance, things go in your life into chaos. And that's what was happening to me. And I was trying to, you know, tackle everything by myself, control everything, the situation by myself. And, you know, God was trying to hold me and say, you need to stop. You need to stop controlling and trying to play God. You know, I think as women, when we reach a certain age, we feel like we have that pressure on us. You know, like we have to give birth at this time. We have to have number 2 kid by this time. It's that society pressure. And I think women understand this when they reach their 30s. Like, you think about it, like if you don't have kids, like you always think about, oh, I gotta give birth already. Like, should I have a kid? I'm gonna reach menopause soon. I think about my baby all the time. I never even got to see it. You know, I never got to see a sonogram. Nothing. It hurts. I gotta say, it really does hurt to know that your baby is gone. And it's, but I know now that my baby is with God, and I'll see it one day. I want to reach out to the women that are not able to have kids or have gone through a miscarriage or a loss with their child. I understand. It's really sad, and it's really hard to go through alone, but you're not alone, because I am here crying. I swear, I have to laugh to keep from crying. I swear, I'm always laughing. But I want to encourage you that it's okay to not to be okay. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to just want to curl up in the corner and just be alone. It's okay to reach out to people. It's okay to seek help. It's okay to feel the way you feel, because, you know, I gotta admit, I was mad at God when it happened. I'm not mad at him anymore, but I was mad, you know, but I know that everything happens in his favor. I know that he's strengthening me in this process to move on to the next step. And that's what I gotta do. Be sensitive, you guys. If you don't have kids, or, you know, in this instance, like, just be careful of who you ask. Like, oh, are you pregnant yet? Or when are you gonna have your second kid? Like, you never know what they've just gone through, you know what I mean? And I now get that. I mean, I never ask people if they're pregnant or not. If they bring it up, then yes. But other than that, I try not to say anything. Sorry, I had to recollect myself. So just to continue that, I'm not making this video so I can get reviews or all these likes, or for compassion or for pity. I am honestly just making this video because I feel like with everything that God has put me through, I've always tried to be there for people that have gone through the same instance. On this platform, I feel like I want to be able to show you not only my good, but also my lows. You know, social media has a way of just being a place for just people that celebrate, you know, the good. Sometimes you have to show your struggles. Sometimes you have to show your real self. I'm sorry, but this is me. This is me being raw, real with you, and that's who I am. You know, I don't want to fake something that I'm not. And one thing that I wish that I had on social media, on Instagram, mainly because I'm always on here, you know, you always do see all these like celebrations, like I'm pregnant, you know, I'm this or whatever. I wish that I had somebody where they were going through the same thing, you know, someone to talk to that understands. And I think that's what I want to do. You know, there is somebody out there that, you know, just lost their baby. You know, it's not something that is easy to go through in life. And even if you're talking to a complete stranger, somehow, I don't know what it is, but it's like really helpful. If you don't know me, if you do know me, it doesn't matter, but I wish I had that, and I want to be able to give that to somebody. You know, this is a hard video for me to post because I don't post a lot about my personal life. Trust me, I don't, especially when it comes to my husband, my family. But in this instance where it's a very sensitive topic that has not been talked about a lot on social media, and you know, I want to be able to be that, you know, lending hand, that shoulder to cry on. Even though I'm going through the same thing, it's from a place where I understand you. I've gotta admit, like, it's really hard seeing people pregnant, or you know, seeing someone have a baby. I think that's what's been the hardest thing about this journey. And it's not like I'm looking for it on social media or in the real world, you know. I'm not looking for it. That's the thing. What is with this thing? It's annoying. Let's come on, turtle. And it's not something that I have been looking for. It's something that, you know, I've literally minding my own business, and I want to post something. I go on social media and there it is, you know, someone announces they're pregnant. And it's not that I'm mad at that person. It's not that I hate, you know, all these different things. It's just, it hurts. You start to remember, you know, oh, you were supposed to be this much week or this much week. And I lost my baby when I was 11 weeks. And I always think about, you know, today, like today I'm supposed to be 14 weeks. And, you know, I just heard about Nikki Bella and Brie Bella, which are they're my inspirations. I love them. But, you know, I found out that they were basically the same weeks that I was supposed to be. So like different things like that, like I'm not fishing for it and it just happened. It's something that I've been trying to work on, which is why I try to limit myself on how much I'm on social media. You know, if you are suffering from a loss, dealing with this situation, I highly suggest taking some time to just focus on you. Focus on in here, because in here is what is broken. And one thing that has helped me is limiting my time, talking to my loved ones, talking to my husband, my best friends, my mom. You know, that has really truly helped. And you know, a lot of people didn't know that I was pregnant because we weren't going to say anything until it was safe for me to say something. You know, I am here for all the women out there that have gone through a miscarriage, a loss, or even you can't even have babies. I understand where you're coming from, so it's okay to feel the way you feel, but always look for the light. Don't ever stop looking for it. Take the time as how much you want to grieve, and don't rush things. You know, I've learned that. You know, I've learned not to rush things. I think that's something that for me as a learning experience is just to let go of the reins sometimes and let God be God. Continue to just lean on the loved ones in your life. And if you don't have a loved one, talk to me. I am here. So I hope you guys have a great day. I pray that you just be kind, be sensitive to these sorts of things when it comes to other women. Just be careful and mindful of that. So I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you guys later.